It's been 3 months since Lemia Botanicals opened in the Shaw neighborhood.
It's been amazing. The neighborhood has been extremely supportive, very welcoming.
Cultivated by owner Ala Durrani in an area she considered safe to grow her passion.
I opened a business here because of that reason. All of it is questionable now.
Questionable following what happened Saturday morning just after 1 a.m. across from her store. A ring camera catching carjackers taking off in her Nissan Sentra.
Came to the shop, unloaded all the inventory, closed up, and got in my car with a friend of mine. She was helping me. We were waiting for my windshield to defrost, and within about a minute and a half or 2 minutes of us being in the car, 2 cars pulled up extremely fast. About 6 guys came out, all masked, got guns in their hands, armed, and they opened all 4 doors. Asked both her and I to get out of the car very violently. About 15 seconds later, they were gone with everything in it.
At first, a state of shock.
And then it all sunk in that there was a gun to my face, and I was violated in my space.
It's pretty apparent what time they come in and their hours of operation.
Just 2 days after Durrani's incident. Another incident caught on camera with a thief getting out of a white SUV, approaching their victim, then exchanging gunfire. The victim was hit multiple times and hospitalized. St. Louis police have yet to find Durrani's car or arrest anyone in either incident. Gary Hosna is with the Shaw neighborhood ownership model, trying to get the word out about these recent armed car thefts.
So if you're in your car, you be extra vigilant. They will lay in wait. They will pull up behind you if you're on the phone, if you're warming your car up.
From losing a car to gaining a sense of community as friends and strangers now rally around Durrani through donations to a GoFundMe set up by her friend.
It helps because I am a small business. I just started, so things are really tough. I'm filled with joy.
And filled with even greater relief.
If you do get put in a situation like that, please walk away.
Reporting in Shaw.
Seeing my life flash in front of my eyes for a car it's not worth it.
Gabriela Vidal, News 4.
Okay, there goes John. He's safe.
That's 15-year-old John Trotter trudging through floodwaters.
The quick thing was to go save the kid because I didn't want the kid to get hurt.
This was early morning on July 26 as Trotter and his mother's home flooded from the rain. A scream for help across the street sent Trotter to action.
He's 6'2", and the water was chest high, using, not only his swimming skills, but his ROTC training. He went to work. He went to work.
A 5-year-old boy was trapped in his bedroom in the basement of their neighbor's home as water continued to rise.
Get the heaviest thing I could find and go over there as fast as I could.
He used this cast iron skillet, now broken from the impact, to break through the floorboards above the basement.
And we just kept beating it in until we could get, in there.
He at least broke a hole in the floor before the fire department got here.
This is him returning after fire crews arrived.
Him thinking on his feet was amazing because, one, if he couldn't swim, and 2, he hadn't thought quick on his feet, then who knows what would have happened to this little boy.
It really struck me, the selflessness of this young man.
Ryan Coleman learned about what Trotter did.
I was confident we could do something, and something would be better than nothing.
And reached out to his family to help kickstart a GoFundMe on his behalf.
When you know that people care about the situation you're in, I think that can go a long way too.
It kind of gave me hope that there were still good people.
In part to help Trotter and his mother, Jennifer Thorpe, have the means to find a new home, but also stay true to her promise to gift Trotter the car he was meant to have, now destroyed from the floodwaters.
He's turning 16 in January, and I literally had just put a whole bunch of work into it for him, and now it's gone. So now I'm kind of back to square one.
As he and his mom now take it day by day, Trotter vows to never take the love and things he has for granted.
Even if you don't have all the nice, cool things, appreciate that because it'll be gone. Anything can happen. Blink of eyes, gone.
In University City, Gabriela Vidal, News 4.
Slowly but steady, things are getting better, I would say.
It's a mindset that shaped Bryce Summery's life for the last 10 months.
I've got to use my arms, lift up, scoot over, get into the wheelchair.
A life.
Honestly, really every aspect of my life has changed.
News 4 first spoke with the father of 2 and his wife Amy last May from a hospital room in Chicago. Both of his legs amputated following a hit-and-run crash on May 12th in the city's Magnificent Mile.
We're so grateful to everyone who was kind enough, to give and outpour not just money, but also, well wishes. We received tons of those when Bryce was in the hospital. I mean, strangers were sending him cards just of, inspiration and support.
Since then, it's been trips to rehab, overcoming ghost pains.
Sitting here now, I feel like I have feet. I feel like I can move my toes.
And the complications of his injuries.
The injury to my left leg was much more severe. It required a skin graft. So the skin on my left leg is much more sensitive to a prosthetic. I've had 2 blisters. With each blister, it's about 7 weeks to heal.
We've trusted the process, and we know it's, this is a marathon, not a race.
New devices now help Bryce travel easier in and out of his home.
12, 11.
But the biggest change.
My kids, it's amazing. They treat me like nothing has really changed.
Is in the steps he's taken to change his outlook on life.
My new normal will be when I'm using my legs every day and wearing them all day, and then that's when I'll truly know what I'm capable of.
Chicago police tell News 4 no one has been arrested in connection with the hit and run, and detectives continue to investigate the incident.
I don't want this to happen to someone else. That is my concern in terms of catching the person that did this.
In the wake of incidents like the hit and run in downtown St. Louis that also took Tennessee volleyball player Janae Edmondson's legs.
When this first happened, I would watch TV and be like, there's no one on TV like me. Where are all the amputees? Can't they? I just felt alone.
Bryce is encouraged his story can help others struggling through the same journey feel less alone.
Keep going. Stay positive. There's going to be bad days. There always is. But, do not let what you cannot do stop you from doing what you can do.
All while taking small steps towards his new normal.
The leg is not just a prosthetic. It's an extension of me.
In Lake St. Louis.
And I'll be walking soon with both legs. You'll see me around St. Louis.
Gabriela Vidal, News 4.
A crime alert for you tonight. Caught on camera, surveillance video shows thieves snooping through cars going door to door in the Maplewood Walmart parking lot.
One woman tells News 4 those thieves took off with her car and crucial medical supplies for her baby. Only News 4's Gabriela Vidal brings us that mom's plea for help. Gabby.
Yeah, Sam and Corey, Maplewood police tell me that there have been 21 reported motor vehicle thefts in the city since the start of this year. And this one, well, the video is kind of grainy. It's kind of all they have to go off on in order to search for the suspect that stole this woman's car. But for her, she tells me that this is only the beginning of the challenges that lie ahead for her and her daughter. The emotion behind Taylor M's eyes say everything.
I'm just really sad about it. Really, really sad.
It was here at this Walmart parking lot the night of March 3rd that her 2011 Nissan Murano was stolen from the lot.
I was going in to get stuff for baby, diapers, all that fun stuff for the week. I was only in there 40 minutes.
Police shared surveillance video of the night it happened. A person can be faintly seen in the middle row of the parking lot, looking through cars, gaining access into M's car, and then driving off with it. When M finally walked out, she saw a different car in her spot.
That's when I realized, oh my God, it's gone. My car's gone.
Maplewood police tell News 4 they still haven't been able to find M's car.
My car was my only way of making money. I DoorDash, Uber Eats, Lyft, anything I can do right now.
But it was what was inside that has more value than anything else.
My daughter, she has a lot of doctor's appointments. She has bilateral hip dysplasia and a G-tube, so her brain grows smaller than her skull does right now. Basically, her hips are born flat instead of curved. So she's been put in a full body cast to shape her hips from her waist down.
Her daughter, 15-month-old Alea's medical equipment, from a therapy chair to help her sit upright, a device for her G-tube, and medication were all inside the car.
And both of those pieces were donated to us to leave the NICU because my insurance, Medicaid, does not approve or cover it.
Those devices alone could cost Em around $10,000 to replace, in addition to getting a new car.
Now don't have no way to get to and from appointments.
While she continues to search for her car and the equipment inside, her daughter continues to stay at her grandmother's.
She has to be able to get to a hospital within 3 minutes if she is to ever pull her own G-tube out, and I can't get her to that in that time with no car. So I feel like she's better off with her currently until I can kind of figure out what I'm going to do for work and how I'm going to replace the car, really.
She's urging the public, if they've seen her 2011 black Nissan Murano that was stolen here off the Walmart that's off of South Hanley Road, to contact her. She also has a GoFundMe that's been set up in order to help her pay for some of these costs that she now has to deal with after losing that car. Reporting live in Maplewood, Gabriela Vidal, News 4. It's a rather unique sight on the road.
Her name is Old Glory.
But after 2 years with this symbol of patriotism.
Used it for 4th of July parades, Veterans Day parades.
South City resident Wayne Irvin.
I was just going to sell it to the next person on Marketplace.
Was ready to give it a new home.
It was Wednesday night, and so I gave him the address, and he came out then.
A simple transaction.
Yeah, I was scared.
That took a dangerous turn.
Made the transaction, handed in the keys, and as soon as I handed in the keys, his partner pulled out a gun and said, "Give the money back." I was kind of like, "Are you really jacking me over this car?" And he said, "Are you really going to take a bullet over this car?"
St. Louis police say 2 black male suspects confronted Irvin, retrieved the money, and got into separate cars. One of them driving off with Old Glory.
It was always easy hindsight, looking back, seeing things that weren't right. And they were there. I ignored them. And I was taken by surprise.
By Thursday morning,
I got off at Goodfellow, I turned onto Lillian, and I immediately saw the back end of the car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Wayne's car.
St. Louis police retrieved the car near Jennings with the help of Irvin's friend.
I just parked around the corner, which luckily was behind bushes, so nobody could see me, because my heart was just racing. I was scared to death.
Well, you have to be pretty silly to steal this car and not think that it's going to get spotted by somebody.
Looking back, Irvin wishes he would have spotted the red flags when trying to sell his car online.
He just hoped, that this helps somebody not have to go through the situation like this. A little more precautions, looking into profiles, look and see if you know them, and if you don't, meet them in a safe, lighted place.
For now, he's not taking any more risks.
I think I'm going to take it off of Marketplace and keep it.
In South City,
I might get the red, white, and blue off of it, though.
Gabriela Vidal, News 4.